and certainly my colleagues who work very hard with me each and every day to move Camden a step further. Our Council President and lifelong friend, Council President Frank Moran, Vice President Curtis Jenkins, and Council Members Burley, Coleman, Lopez, and Marilyn Torres, who also serves as the chairperson of our Camden Redevelopment Agency. Along with our board president representing the Camden Public Schools, Ms. Catherine Blackshear, and members of the advisory board. Leading the city has been a partnership working with great talent at Cooper's Ferry Partnership with Anthony Kernow and David Foster at the helm. We thank you on behalf of the board of directors, my co-chairman, John Sheridan, and I, and the board recognize the hard work that you men put in each and every day, and we're grateful to have you to rebuild the city of Camden. And finally, I would like to recognize and thank my executive team, who I affectionately call the Camden West Wing, along with my cabinet members for all of their hard work and steadfast commitment to creating and implementing policies that continue to put Camden residents first. I ask that they please rise at this time so that we can recognize them. My administration, please stand. In a few short moments, our guests, community stakeholders, and business leaders will hear presentations which speak to the incredible new economic and cultural developments, creating gateways of opportunity in the city of Camden. While reviving the physical and social landscape of a city is fundamental to ensuring future progress and vitality, the key to unlocking these gateways resides in the well-being of Camden's residents and in the stability of Camden's communities. During my first term as mayor, my administration focused on addressing fundamental quality of life issues for Camden residents, working closely with the state, county, and local officials, as well as with our residents and community groups. We took bold steps to reform the city finances, public safety, education, and access to housing and civic spaces. These changes, difficult but necessary, are yielding positive results that are contributing to the neighborhood stabilization. Strengthening our neighborhoods means providing residents with access to safer streets, greater education prospects for our youth, creating access to stable, market-rate housing, and building healthy communities. With these fundamental pieces in place, Camden residents hold the keys to unlock gateways of opportunity that will promote strong and strategic reinvestment into the city. Camden has made great strides in realigning its financial house. A more stable city hall is not only important to improve transparency, but also to ensure investors that Camden is a great place to start a business. I am proud to report my administration has reduced spending each year since 2010, and most recently decreased its reliance on the amount of state transitional aid from $69 million in 2011 to $15 million in 2014. And for the third year in a row, I am proud to announce that the City of Camden has again received an unmodified audit opinion, which is the best possible audit opinion a municipality can receive. And although many said we couldn't keep our streak going, I hate to burst your bubble, but oops, we did it again. To this end, I would like to acknowledge the hard work of our finance department and our finance director, Glenn Jones. To fully and successfully address Camden's finances, my administration faced difficult decisions regarding tough but necessary cutbacks and reorganization to regain confidence in the market. As a result of the new Camden County Police Department, Camden Metro Division, which was launched on May 1st of 2013, the city of Camden is seeing a marked reduction in violent crime across the city. Tackling public safety continues to be the most important issue facing the residents of Camden. My administration remains committed to creating a safer city and to ensuring the success of the Metro Police Force. I want to thank Governor Chris Christie, Freeholder Director Lou Capelli, and Council President Moran for their support in standing with me during the creation and the transition of the new Metro Police. To date, gun seizures are up 76%, and homicides are down 26% when compared to the same period in 2012. As a result of new technology and crime prevention strategies, both violent and nonviolent crime are down to the 2010 levels. To this end, we want to thank and recognize Camden County Police Chief John Scott Thompson, our law enforcement partners, and the community for coming together to make Camden a safer place to live and work. While the Metro Police are doing and being the driving force behind safer streets, my administration is taking steps to address recidivism and at-risk youth by offering prevention, intervention, and reentry programs. For instance, Camden is one of 10 cities recently invited by U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder and the U.S. Department of Justice to participate in the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention, a forum that builds a national conversation about youth and gang violence to create effective policy to reduce the growing urban issue. To ensure that our success and progress continues, my administration is optimistic about our chances of being selected as recipients for several federal designations that will certainly assist our efforts. These include the Choice Neighborhood and Promise Neighborhood federal designations to transform some of our most challenged neighborhoods into viable and sustainable communities. Additional programs, including ICE-T, ICAN, and Truancy, and the Youth Empowerment Success Centers, promote safe alternatives for Camden youth while providing incentives for children to stay in school. To this end, I want to quickly acknowledge the Congress of Resident, faith-based, and community-based organizations for their continued partnership and for training for neighborhood transformation. They are the change agents that Camden has been waiting for. Their efforts have paved the way for a new level of civic engagement, whether we are dealing with public safety, neighborhood transformation, education, or community events. They are the eyes and ears of their respective neighborhoods, and they, the Congress, know what needs to be done and how to go about it. So please join me in recognizing our community stakeholders under the Congress of Resident, Faith-Based, and Community-Based Organizations. For our youth to stay in school and excel, they must be given opportunities to set them up for success and not failure. While we may have many challenges, there are opportunities available for reforming our education system. I believe Camden must take advantage of these opportunities to ensure that our children have access to safe schools and new amenities. Our children must come first. With this being said, there are many stakeholders that must come together to take accountability for improving the education system and the lives of our youth. This is why my administration continues to work closely with Governor Christie to address our city's gaps in educational excellence. In June of 2013, Governor Christie appointed Payman Rahanaford as the Superintendent of Public Schools. Please stand, Mr. Payman Rahanaford. guidance of Mr. Rahonaford, the Board of Education recently released the Camden Commitment, a district-wide plan that sets goals for improving safety, facilities, learning, and parental engagement in Camden's public schools. Among the goals is the aim to reach 100% pre-kindergarten enrollment by 2015-2016. In addition, a long-term plan to improve Camden schools calls for breaking ground on 2 new Renaissance schools by 2015 and renovations on 6 other schools beginning that year. The construction and improvements will be funded through the state's SDA, more specifically through the Urban Hope Act. And to this end, we want to recognize Senator Norcross for his support and leadership in passing the Urban Hope Act, which gives boards of education in Camden, Trenton, and North the power to approve new Renaissance schools. This year, Camden will welcome the new Kit Cooper Norcross Academy at Lanning Square, a partnership between the Norcross Foundation, Cooper Foundation, and the nation's largest charter school operator, Knowledge is Power, also known as KIPP. This endeavor will be Camden's first Renaissance school under the Urban Hope Act. Across the state, cities including North New Jersey City are implementing similar education reforms with great success. Renaissance schools will directly impact the lives of thousands of children in Camden's neighborhoods by providing the new amenities and resources necessary to close Camden's achievement gap. Equally as important as primary education is ensuring that our youth have access to a high school and secondary education that will equip them with the knowledge they need to confidently enter a competitive workforce. Camden's universities and employers are creating programs open to Camden's youth that are helping to position them for success in the local and regional marketplace. Programs include Camden County College's Gateway to College program, which provides scholarships that help Camden City youth work toward their high school diploma while earning college credits. Last year, 71 students graduated from the Gateway to College program. Tantamount to providing new educational opportunities is providing safe homes and communities for our youth and jobs for our residents. As our schools continue to improve and provide new opportunities for our youth, we must make sure that market rate housing and strong policy to support home ownership continues to expand. The new economic incentives like the Economic Opportunity Act of 2013, you've just heard discussed in the earlier presentations, will not only bring new jobs to the city, but provide economic stability for countless Camden residents. And without a doubt, and I quote, as our Lieutenant Governor has already stated, and as our Senator has stated time and time again, the best social program is a job. Again, we thank the Senator for sponsoring this critical piece of legislation that will not only generate new business opportunities, but will also create real jobs for our Camden residents. As people begin